Can I tell you something about the season you are in? The fact that you cannot always see your growth does not mean it is not happening. Right now, underground, invisible, quietly, roots are forming that will hold the weight of everything you are building. It is Growth Tuesday, and today we are going to speak over the growing season you are already in, whether you can feel it or not. Because the strongest trees grow the slowest, and you are built to last. Say every word like you believe that, because it has always been true. I am growing, steadily, surely, and in ways that sometimes only I can feel from the inside. Every season I have lived through has been adding layers of depth and strength to who I am. I am not the same person I was a year ago, and that is one of the greatest victories of my life. Growth does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it is simply choosing differently than I did before. I embrace the discomfort of becoming because I know what is on the other side of it. I am a student of life. Every experience, every lesson, every setback is shaping me. I am growing in wisdom, in faith, in patience, and in the quiet confidence of someone who knows their direction. The pace of my growth is perfect. I release comparison and trust my own unfolding. I celebrate every version of myself that got me here, even the ones I am growing out of. My roots are going deeper so that my reach can go higher. I trust the underground season. I am becoming more intentional, more focused, and more aligned with who I was always meant to be. Growth is not always visible to others, and I do not need their confirmation to know it is real. I give myself permission to be a work in progress without apologizing for the process. Every hard conversation, every difficult season, and every moment I chose to stay has grown me. I am exponentially more equipped today than I was at the start of this year. I grow through what I go through, and nothing in my history has been wasted. I am planted in good soil, in the right relationships, the right community, and the right vision. My character is growing alongside my capacity, and that balance is what makes me sustainable. I refuse to let comparison steal the joy of my own progress. I honor the small wins, because small wins compounded over time become an extraordinary life. I am becoming the person my future needed me to be, and I am doing it one day at a time. Growth requires me to let go of who I was, to make room for who I am becoming, and I do that willingly. I am not stuck. I am being strengthened for the weight of what is coming. Every book I read, every conversation I have, every prayer I pray is adding to who I am. I trust the slow seasons because the strongest trees grow the slowest, and I am built to last. I no longer fear change. I recognize it as the primary language of growth. My potential is not fixed. It is expandable, limitless, and still being revealed to me. I am consistent, and consistency is the most underrated form of growth there is. I am proud of how far I have come, even as I press toward how far I am still going. I am growing into the fullest, most grounded, most purposeful version of myself, and it is breathtaking. I manifest a growth era so significant that the people who knew me before will not recognize who I become. I manifest the courage to step into the next level even before I feel fully ready for it. I manifest deep, lasting transformation in the areas of my life that have felt the most resistant. I manifest the discipline to water what I have planted every single day without losing heart. I manifest mentors, teachers, and guides who appear at exactly the right moments in my journey. I manifest the wisdom to learn the lesson without having to repeat the grade. I manifest that my growing pains become someone else's roadmap. My process has a purpose. I manifest the humility to admit where I still have room to grow without it threatening my confidence. I manifest that every uncomfortable stretch I go through this week produces visible, lasting fruit. I manifest the removal of every ceiling, mental, spiritual, relational, that has limited my growth. I manifest a reading list, a curriculum, a circle, and an environment that feeds my expansion. I manifest that the version of me I am becoming is already creating space for blessings I cannot yet see. I manifest the patience to let my roots grow as deep as my branches are wide. I manifest exponential growth in my purpose, my platform, my finances, and my peace simultaneously. I manifest that every habit I build this month becomes a foundation I stand on for years. I manifest a growth mindset so embedded in me that I see every challenge as an invitation. I manifest that the people in my life recognize the shift in me and rise to match it. I manifest consistent, compounding progress, small steps that build an extraordinary destination. I manifest the end of self-sabotage and the beginning of fully cooperating with my own growth. I manifest that I outgrow every box anyone ever tried to place me in, permanently and unapologetically. I manifest the resilience to stay in the growth process even when results are not yet visible. I manifest that everything I am learning right now becomes a weapon I use powerfully in my next season. I manifest a life so shaped by intentional growth that it becomes a living testimony. I manifest that I never stop growing, that curiosity, hunger, and humility stay with me always. I manifest the release of every identity that is too small for the person I am becoming. I manifest breakthroughs in the areas where I have been stretching the longest. I manifest that my growth blesses my children, my family, and every generation that comes after me. I manifest a version of myself 1 year from today that makes this season feel like the best investment I ever made. I manifest that today, this ordinary Tuesday, becomes an extraordinary turning point in my growth story. I manifest that the seed of everything I am becoming is already growing beneath the surface, and it is unstoppable. You just planted something today. Every word you spoke is a seed. Every declaration you made is a root going deeper. And here is what I know about seeds. They do not ask for permission to grow. They just need the right soil, the right water, and enough patience to let the process work. You are providing all three. Every time you show up here, every time you speak when you would rather stay silent, every time you choose to believe before the evidence arrives, you are growing. Even today, even right now. Subscribe to Daily Affirmations and Manifestations. Every day we plant seeds together, speaking life, declaring truth, and becoming the people our future selves will be grateful we chose to grow into. Subscribe, show up for your growth every single day. Like this video, water someone else's growth today. Comment, I am growing, I am becoming, I am unstoppable. Plant it one more time. Share with someone who needs to be reminded their season is not wasted. You cannot rush a harvest, but you can trust the farmer, and today that farmer is you. Keep planting.